Hi loves, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking a little about something that I'm very passionate about. As you guys know, I grew up in Phoenix, which is in Arizona, and a lot of the time when people think of Arizona, they have a very negative connotation to it. Like, they just don't think very highly of Arizona. They're like, oh, it's just this dry desert that no one wants to go to. But in reality, it's actually a really cool place to live. I've lived here my entire life, and honestly, I don't think I would want to live anywhere else. Currently, I do live in LA, and honestly, not to lie, I miss Arizona. Why am I out of breath right now? I'm just talking. Honestly, I miss Arizona so much. Every time I come back home, I'm like, I don't want to go back. I just want to stay here. So I'm just going to give you some reasons why I love it. Maybe if you're traveling to Arizona, some different places you can travel to. If you're moving here, things you can definitely look for when you're picking where you want to end up living. Just kind of a go-to guide why I love Arizona, I guess. Real quick, FYI, yes, the background is very different. I am actually in my guest bedroom at my house, the house I grew up in. Okay, so let's just get into the video. I do have a notebook of all the ideas I wanted to talk about, just because I really wanted to make sure I hit all the points of all the things I truly love about Arizona. Obviously, there's a ton more because I've grown up here. I know it pretty well, but these are just kind of the main things I thought about. Okay, so to start off, oh, I probably shouldn't lose my spot in my notebook. Just gonna set it there. Okay, to start off, if you have never visited Arizona or if you've never been here, whatever the case, literally a #1 reason for you to visit or live here or come here, whatever, is to see the sunsets. They are to die for. They are so, gotta fix the headband hand. Honestly, they are so pretty. It's they are the prettiest sunsets I've ever seen. The pictures are to die for. They're always so insanely colorful. It's not just a normal orange, yellow, whatever. There's pink, there's purple, there's chartreuse, I don't know, but they are so colorful and so vibrant. And because there's always, it's so mountainy in Arizona because we are a valley, so everywhere you go you will see mountains no matter where you are. Because of that, there's always really cool shots where it's the mountains and then the sun is in between the mountains and it just shines and the mountains are black, and it's just so pretty. Please, if you haven't, at least look up pictures because they are to die for. They will set your standards for sunsets so high. I promise you that. Next, so like I mentioned, we are in a valley. So in Phoenix, especially because we are the whole Scottsdale, Glendale, Phoenix, that whole area, we are very in the valley compared to northern Arizona, Prescott and Williams. We are literally surrounded by mountains, so no matter, you can do a complete circle and you will see mountains everywhere. So it makes the prettiest pictures, prettiest views. You will see literally just mountains on top of mountains on top of mountains for as far as the eye can see. And it's just the prettiest scenes you will ever see. I'm gonna insert a little clip of, I took a road trip up north, so I just got some of the driving so you guys can kind of see the mountains. So go ahead and watch that little clip real quick. So on top of that, like I said, the views are gorgeous, but since we are where we're located, it's really weird because people think, oh, Arizona, it's so hot all year round, you're gonna die, it's insanely hot, which yes, I'm not gonna lie, in Phoenix it does get very warm, to the point, but honestly you just get used to it. You just go from building to car to building to car. You're not really outside during the summer. But we have parts up in northern Arizona that are beautiful. They have pine trees and mountains and snow. They get down to 30 degrees. It gets cold down there, highs of 30 degrees, not even kidding. So Where I live in Phoenix, you can literally drive 2 hours and you will be in freezing cold, snow, mountains, pine trees, little cute towns. Downtown Williams and downtown Prescott and downtown Flagstaff are adorable. 10 out of 10, recommend it. Downtown Williams, I think it's Williams or Prescott, can't remember, is down Route 66. Yeah, down Route 66, and it is the cutest little, like, kind of like old town. They have this one strip with all these cute little like shops you can shop at, a bunch of really good food places. They have this one like they have this one like 50s diner that is to die. Oh my goodness. Like 50s diner that is to die for outside. They have like an antique car. I know a lot of like the buildings and some of the gas stations were actually some inspiration for the movie Cars, which is pretty cool. So yeah, go ahead and check that out if you're ever visiting. It's amazing. Next. And then of course there's a bunch of amazing places to visit that are super popular. So of course there's like the Grand Canyon, which if you haven't been, 10 out of 10 recommend. It's so freaking pretty. We have, because of the heat that we have here, and because it's a desert, we have a ton of amazing hiking places. So there's this one, and it's so pretty. It's kind of like more of a foresty terrain than you would expect, but you hike down to it and there's a waterfall. Like, it is gorgeous. It's like one of the most well-known hikes in Arizona. It's so pretty. But then of course we have like the desert ones. We have Camelback Mountain, which is really popular. I've hiked it. It is hard, so warning, you might want to be like a professional hiker if you're gonna do it, because I struggled a bit. Some of my local favorites, there is a place up, I believe it's in Prescott, called Arizona, and it's a zoo, but it's more of like a humane zoo. So they're really good at their animals. All of the enclosures they're so big. Oh my goodness, they're so big, and they're all natural life. So where they built it in the middle of the woods, and so they didn't tear down the woods, they just built around them. So all of the trees are natural, all of like the dirt, the rocks, everything, it's 100% natural. So it's pretty much like, it's so accurate to like what their actual terrain would be where they live. They have a driving part where you like drive through the enclosures. There's like a bear one. There's there's deer. I don't know, but there's just like a lot of really cool animals, and it's all very natural. They have a bird show, and the birds fly like right over your head. It's pretty cool. Another one of my favorite local areas is our water park, and that is Wet and Wild. It's so much fun, honestly. Everyone here gets a season pass because they go all the time. It's great. That's just another reason to love Arizona. And then also basically just, we also have Sedona, which is, if you have never seen the pictures of Sedona or looked at Sedona, oh my God, it's so pretty, guys. The red rocks, just to die for. There's Jerome, which is an old miners town. I know there's Old Town Scottsdale, which is really cool. A lot of cute shops. There's just a lot of different areas. Obviously, I'm not naming them all. I'm like very briefly going over it. There's a place called Fountain Hills, and they have, I believe they're in the top, I might be wrong on this, so please don't get mad if you're from Fountain Hills. I believe it's like one of the top 10 biggest or highest fountains in the US. Might be wrong, I'm sorry, but it's pretty up there. Like, it is this huge fountain that shoots like crazy amount of feet in the air. It's so cool, so pretty. The area is gorgeous. The houses are gorgeous. That's another one. This might sound weird, but another thing that I like truly love about Arizona is like the amount of food that we have here. Like, that sounds really weird, but like, since I'm from California, and the school I go to has people from like literally all over the US. It's pretty cool. they'll be like naming off restaurants and I'll be like, oh, we have that, we have that, we have that, we have that. Like, it's really rare that I'm like, oh wait, I've never heard of that. Because for some reason, Arizona just has like all the food restaurants that you could even have. It's really weird, kind of surprising, because it's like not a place you would think of to have a lot of food, but we honestly have a lot of restaurants, and it's pretty awesome. We definitely have a lot of malls. So like right now I live in California, and since I don't have a car, I'm always like, okay, what's the closest mall I can go to? And honestly, like, there's not a lot, and they're all kind of spaced out, and like the stores there aren't that great. Like, I've noticed I'll like, oh, like there's this mall this far away, but I'm like, oh, there's not really any good stores there that I could shop at. Here in Arizona, I can drive 20 minutes that direction and 10 minutes that, not even 20. I think it's like 15 minutes that direction, 10 minutes that direction, and there's 2 malls with both great stuff. I can drive up that way in Scottsdale, and there's Fashion Square, which is like a huge mall with like almost any store you can think of, they have there. It's gigantic. It's so pretty. Yeah, we just have a lot of malls. It's really awesome. There's another one like Caddy Corner that's also like 15 minutes. So I literally live within 20 minutes of 3 malls. Like, that's, I don't know. I know that in LA where I live, it's not like that. And so I just thought that that's really cool. It's something that I definitely miss, being that close to a mall, because I mean, everyone needs a good mall. So I would say my next favorite, well, not my next, my last and most important thing, the thing that I love the most about Arizona is the mix of suburb and city and rural and all that stuff. Like, it's crazy how diverse it is. So like, I live in the suburbs, but I can drive 10-15 minutes and I will be in city, where it's literally nothing but like business buildings and shopping centers and malls and stuff like that, with like no houses and nothing but like apartments. But then I can also drive 15-20 minutes another direction and be in like an area where there's a lot of farmers and a lot of cropland and a lot of like stuff like that, like open land. Like, it's just really, and then I can drive 30 minutes and be in downtown. Like, it's just really cool how it's just so diverse, and you're not gonna have, oh, here's the suburbs, here's the city, here's the rural area. It's all just kind of intermixed. You'll see, like, where I live right now, like where my home is, I drive like down the street. There's a house, like I live in the middle of suburbs, and I can drive a few ways, whatever, and hit malls and hit shopping centers and restaurants. But then literally down the street, not down the street, like in the same neighborhood is like farm animals and horses. Like, it's just really cool to me. I love how it's not just one thing. It's very mixed. So like literally anyone can live here. Oh, another thing to add. This might sound kind of weird. I've noticed in LA, at least, the roads are very confusing. A lot of the roads are like windy and twisty, and nothing truly lines up. And I don't like it. I'm not a fan. It's really easy to get lost. In Arizona, it's literally, you'll notice it is a strict grid. All the streets go this way or this way, and you'll get the occasional one that twists. But if you're at 16th Street here, you will be on 16th, or if you're on 16th Street, you will be on 16th Street until you hit a mountain or something. You will keep going this way. You're not going to curve and twist and bend and whatever. Like, it is a grid, so it is very convenient, very easy to understand. So if someone says, oh, I'm at 16th Street in Camelback. Don't know if that's an actual place, but I'm at 16th and Camelback. You'll be like, okay, so Camelback's this way, 16th is this way. Okay, I need to find the intersection. And it's just so much easier. It just makes so much more sense, and it's so convenient. And it's just super nice, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I really hope that I was able to change some of you guys' mind on like how you think of Arizona, so you don't think of it as just this like dry, no one lives here, gross, hot state. And you think of it as the beautiful, amazing Arizona that it is. If you guys are from Arizona, go ahead and hit that like button and comment down below what your favorite thing is. And if you're not from Arizona, go ahead and comment down below maybe what you learned about Arizona. Just show some Arizona some love, I guess. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell, so next time I upload, you guys get notified, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.